Hey everyone, Suresh here with 221B Tactical. Today we're doing a quick video on the 221B Tactical cut resistant gloves versus the Hatch Friskmaster gloves. These gloves, per their label here, Hatch, they are cut resistant level 3 and that's by the EN388 standard, which you see right here. EN388. Ours are level 5 cut resistant, level 5, by the same EN388 standard. So, the EN388 standard, for those of you who don't know the cut testing standards, essentially they're taking, I know this is a pizza cutter, but essentially they're taking a bladed wheel and they have the fabric, and the fabric is against some sort of backing, and they run that blade so many times with, I believe, 1 pound of pressure, 500 grams of pressure, back and forth against that fabric, and they see how many times it takes to pierce that fabric. Now, the fabric we're talking about on the Hatch glove is the same as our glove right here. You see that cut-resistant layer on the inside, and I'll open up our 221B gloves, and you'll see that same cut-resistant layer. Now, we got a lot of questions about a video that was out there saying, oh, well, the Hatch gloves held up better than the 221B Tactical gloves. Why did the Hatch gloves hold up better? And of course, you know, that's a valid question based on the video they watched. But we're going to do the video a little bit more scientific using a scale. So as you can see, we're going to zero out our scale. And then what I'm going to do is actually, I'm going to show you, I have a very sharp kitchen blade here. Keep all my blades in the kitchen sharp. Just like what was used in the other video. And what we're going to do, we're going to get rid of the pizza cutter because that's just silly. We'll be here all day with that. But people wanted a side-by-side comparison, so we're going to do the side-by-side comparison. Now, in the video that was out there with the comparison, the officer who made the video, who makes great videos, by the way, not taking anything away, used a wooden spoon. And essentially slid the wooden spoon inside the glove and then cut the glove by the wooden spoon. Now, when you have that hard surface backing to cut, you have a different kind of pressure that is put on the material. That is not the standard, the EN388 testing standard test. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to mimic their test more closely. They don't use hard wood backing. They use, from what I've read, a little bit of a softer backing. Not super soft, but so I have a terry cloth towel here rolled up. Not super soft, but also not hard either. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the test how it was done in that video, but I'm going to let you see the pressure here in pounds and ounces. This is set to pounds and ounces, and I'm going to actually bring that up closer to the screen so you can see here. You see the pounds and ounces. Okay, so I'm going to do that right there for you. I'm going to actually adjust the camera down a little bit so you have a little bit better perspective on that. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually do the test with the Hatch Friskmaster glove. And I'm going to put that spoon in there. I'm going to wrap that around. Now actually let's get the weight prior. Okay, about 3.5 ounces. We're going to clear that out. Okay, so now we're clear. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the pressure, let's clear that out again, and I'm going to put the pressure of the knife, and you guys can watch the scale. Now I'm just going to hold this down here, and now you guys can see. And I'm already through. I'm going to go, actually I'll show you that I'm already through right here. By showing you there, you could see the wood spoon right there. It's right through the material. So I'm going to get a good cut. I'm going to do a second cut, and let's see where we end up with this material. looks like we're at about 8 pounds. 8 pounds of pressure, and we're through. So I'm gonna, once again, bring this close. That's a second cut. And as you see, 8 pounds of pressure, and that Hatch Friskmaster glove is through, right there. So that's the Hatch glove. Okay, about 8 pounds of pressure, basic kitchen blade, see here. So, a lot of people said, well, what about your 221B tactical glove with the wooden spoon test? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna go right here, we're gonna clear it out. Okay, we're at 0. Now let's see here. Looks like it might have hit like about 10 or 12 pounds. And it just started going through. Really sawing at it. I'm going to pull the spoon out. There you go. You guys can see that right there. So that was about 10, 12 pounds. So the Hatch glove, level 3, 221B tactical, level 5. So that kind of makes sense. Now, what I want to show you is how in the softer material with the terry cloth, how these two gloves hold up. And I'm gonna venture to say that this Hatch glove is probably gonna hold up a little bit better because of the absence of the hard backing. So I just want to show you this glove, nothing in there, terry cloth towel. I'm gonna just kind of roll that in there. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to cut back here on the towel. All right, we're going to put that down there. We're going to clear out our scale. I pick up our knife, and let's see. As you can tell, having a hard time getting through. Let's keep going here in that same groove. Okay, now about 15 pounds, I'm through the outer leather, and I just got to the cut resistant layer. And it looks like I just went through probably around 16 pounds of pressure, and I just got through that cut resistant layer there. Just got through that, about 16 pounds of pressure. So, as you can see, the blade, same kitchen blade, goes through the Hatch glove. And we're gonna now do the same thing with the 221B tactical glove. I'm gonna open up the glove, show you nothing in the glove. I'm gonna take this same cloth, same exact cloth, we're gonna put it inside the glove and show you how. Now you can tell by just from that first Hatch test that having the softer material inside, it takes a lot more to get through the glove. So now I got this here, and we have about 16 pounds. So let's once again clear this out. Okay, we'll clear it out. Now we're gonna go at it right, there. And I'm gonna actually adjust the camera up a little bit. All right, so let's go ahead and have at it. All right, we're through our outer layer. As you can see, we're through the outer layer, but we're not through that inner layer just yet. Let's keep going at it. We're just starting to get through it now. All right, so I think we hit about 20 pounds of pressure and we're through it. I'm gonna actually try to get my finger in there, so there you go. There you go, so about 20 pounds of pressure. So that's 20 times the pressure that's applied with a circular blade by the EN 388 testing standard. 20 pounds of pressure sawing back and forth with a lot of force finally broke through that with the soft backing, not the hard wooden spoon backing. So just to show you, the EN388 testing standard is very different than a test with a kitchen butcher knife and a blade or a razor box cutter. Very different. That test is a whole different standard. So when you look at gloves that are cut resistant and you're looking at how well they're going to hold up and you're watching videos about how well they hold up, keep in mind that gloves like the 221B Tactical glove here are designed for when they're worn on a hand, not when they're worn on a hard wooden post. And so your skin has a little bit of give, of course. And it's also meant to take glancing blows, if you would, and even be able to grab a blade in the event that you needed to. But are gloves like this meant to hold up to someone throwing your hand down on a table and then taking a blade and sawing back and forth, just sawing back and forth with 20 pounds of pressure? 20 pounds of pressure. Are these gloves, are the Hatch gloves meant, Hatch, a very well-known brand, of course, are these gloves meant for 20 pounds of pressure, sawing back and forth? If you ever find yourself in that situation, you got bigger things to worry about. These gloves are designed for the glancing blows, to grab a blade to maybe disarm someone, things of that nature. And of course, if you come across something sharp and you touch something sharp, you graze your hand against it, whether it's sheet metal, glass, it's gonna protect your hands. It's not meant for 20 pounds of pressure sawing back and forth with a butcher knife. So hope this gives some clarity on some of the people that had questions about the cut resistant gloves. The 221B Tactical EN388 level 5 cut resistant gloves are available online and from over 100 retailers across the country. Keep your emails coming in and comment below if you have any questions about the gloves or anything about the fit or the cut testing standards. You can find out more about the EN388 cut testing standards. Plenty of articles on it on Google out there, so you can read and educate yourself a little bit more about them as well. Hope this video helps. Take care.